Hello, everybody. Happy Saturday, February 14th, 2026. I'm just taking a break from some kind of serious videos I'm in the process of making right now. Let's just get a little bit lighthearted and try to finish this before midnight. Now, I didn't finish the list. I've been working on a top 111 rom-com list for what is it, 2 or 3 years now. I've been trying to do this. I think I have a pretty solid top 11. We'll see. And I didn't get finish a top 12 to 66. So this is almost a top 66 list. I think I have only about 49 out of the 55 I need for that list, which is in alphabetical order. So I did rank 1 through 11 as 1 through 11, I guess. I mean, they're all equally. I love them all. I just ranked them kind of okay. And I just couldn't do it with 66. I might do it later. I think going through it right now, I could almost do it. Um, because I'm just reading through it. Maybe I'll do it before I make this movie. No, I have to finish before midnight. I'm not going to be able to do it. I'm not cutting. This is it. I need to finish this before midnight. So I finish it like before 11:30, and get it off before midnight. This is Valentine's. I'm not. We will draw it out. It'll probably be done next Valentine's. Okay, completely done. The thing is, I will do this later after Valentine's Day. It's kind of important. It's the it's the 200 or 250 rom-coms that have been disqualified for various reasons, and I've got that big old long list. And it just killed me to do it, but I think I was correct to disqualify them completely. Some of them were I didn't disqualify them. I would knock them down a notch. You've Got Mail, for instance, was in my number one or number two for the longest time. It was in my top 11 for sure. You've Got Mail, but I had to knock it down because when I rewatched it with a very keen eye, I have to rewatch these things. Um, Tom Hanks calls Meg Ryan a bitch when he gets mad at her. They kind of have an argument, and he says that not to her face, but he says it to. It's even worse when they say it to a best friend, you know. But he says it to his coworker, played by Dave Chappelle, and I just it breaks my heart because it's just not. It's just a character flaw. I don't want to see that in a rom com. Don't do that anymore, everybody. Anyway, so this is I'm very strict. The following top 11 rom-coms have no negative gay male influences. Negative gay male influences as follows in order of importance. No pandering to pedophiles or infantophiles, for instance. No sexual innuendo jokes or any other adult themed discussions between kids and adult male characters, especially in the absence of their parents. That's an automatic disqualification. And I'm picking up. Today was a disaster because I reviewed two. I was trying this weekend to complete the list. I just needed six more to complete my top 66 list. And I did two today and just gave up because both of them were disqualified for pedophile references. And it just, once you see it, you can't unsee it. The list is very interesting. It might be probably a more valuable Valentine's Day gift. Just a gift in general. Let's just make it a gift. Just a gift just because. We'll do this maybe next week or after I'm doing so much stuff right now, but the gift will be, going through all the disqualifications. Actually, I might start doing that as part of the unhappy stuff I'm doing anyway. I'm going through stuff and I'm exposing a lot of stuff. So it might pop up. It's going to pop up. But yeah. So just not today, baby girl. Let's just do this Valentine's Day and keep it light-hearted a little bit here. But today I usurped two things, and it will go toward boost security actually. So it is important on a serious level, and I am getting it done very quickly. There'll be another video tonight, possibly right after midnight. I'm so close to getting it done. I just need to. I wanted to do this for February 14th. So let's go on without further ado. So the pedophile stuff is important, and there's a lot of it that I'm finding out more and more. No cigarette or cigar smoking or references to tobacco products, especially involving kids, teens, or adult females. That's an automatic disqualification. There were some movies where there's minor smoking in the background, or especially of like men in the background smoking cigars. That didn't automatically disqualify it. I would knock it down a notch, meaning it was a top 11, I knocked it down to top 66, or top 66, I would knock down to top 111, or even just knock it off the list entirely. It just depends. But yeah, these are, it's because the smoking affects the females more than males biologically. I believe when the females smoke as teenagers, even if they smoke and quit, their eggs, which they have starting at birth, are negatively affected for life, even if they quit smoking, in such a way that when they have children, the children will be more cancer prone. So that when little kids who get cancer, you go, how did I get cancer? I'm just a kid. Well, their mothers, I'm guessing, probably smoked even when they were younger, and therefore made kind of like mutated or did something to their egg cells that damaged. So I believe this is something we can find out very quickly if we get honest, answers from parents of the kids. But a lot of times they'll be guilty or feel guilty or not be honest about whether they smoked or not. So I'm just saying, let's stop. So that's just biologically and for health purposes. That's why I'd say it's okay to use the gay males in the background, but it's still just because, I think I'm strict enough as it is right now. I disqualified a lot of stuff. There's a lot of stuff disqualified for the female smoking, and there was some I just couldn't do it. Maybe I will get more strict when I start finding more. But if I disqualify everything for not a single background person smoking even just a little bit, I will have no rom-coms just about. There's so much of that. And I put it in the notes, and we'll see. As we get more rom-coms, maybe I'll just have a top 66 list then. We'll see how it goes. I might just have a top 66 and not a top 111 for now. It seems like I have way more disqualification than not. So let's just do it. So that's the smoking. Those are 2 automatic disqualifications. Now, no violence against the male groin area. For example, a woman kneeing a guy in the groin. No serious face slaps. No gay male type of misogyny from a non-gay male character. For example, a non-gay man calling a woman a bitch or a whore. No embarrassing public scenes, degrading others. That stuff makes me so uncomfortable. All this stuff just makes me uncomfortable anyway. No serious subjects that no longer make the rom-com lighthearted. For example, domestic violence in the storylines. No references to anal sex or heterosexual for heterosexual couples. No cliche high school party with a lot of underage drinking. And this one is so ambiguous, but not. It's the most important one. The story and the chemistry between the main love interests, which I rate as very cute, or cute-ish for top 11, top 66, or top 111 rankings, respectively, are timeless, rendering the movie rewatchable even years later. Like right now, I'll go through and I'll say, "Oh, I like that movie," but when I read the title and I kind of remember it, some of them I go, "Oh, I won't mind rewatching that," like years later or a couple of years later. And then some of them are like, I could give or take. It's just a feeling I'm getting. Like, am I attracted? Do I really want to watch this again? I'm really looking forward to rewatching a lot of these to see if there's smoking in it, though, on the top 66. So I'm going to read through really quickly. I'm just going to read them, and we'll be done. This is going to take a while. I got to read. I think I'm up to 66. I'm up to 60. I need 6 more. I'm up to 1 through 60. Not bad. But I didn't rank them. I might later. Okay, I already went through that. So the top 11 have no notes whatsoever. Okay, the top 11 have none of the stuff I just mentioned up here. Not even the cigar in the background type of thing. I don't have any of that stuff. Okay, it's just no notes. Top 66, with the exceptions listed in the notes, the following top 66 rom-coms. Top 12 to 66 rom-coms have no apparent gay male influences as follows. And it's the same thing I listed up here, except I have exceptions in the notes because some of them are like this one. 27, James Marsden. This is very cute. I mean, the chemistry was there. And it is a top 11 level. Like I would have to, it could easily be in my top 11. I would have problems picking. Actually, it would replace. I know exactly. There's a couple in here that it might replace, but it is a top 11 material. But I had to knock it down a notch for Katherine Heigl slapping James Marsden across the face when the article comes out, and an embarrassing public scene where Heigl puts down her sister during a pre-wedding slideshow. That stuff kind of embarrasses me, and I don't like it. Like when they do that, like, and then they apologize later, and it just feels kind of gay to me. Don't do that. Don't and then they have a mea culpa, and I'm really sorry I did that, or there's always an excuse for that, like I was drunk or I was angry. I don't give a fuck. Who cares? Don't do that. I mean, yes, we're all not perfect. Well, so I don't want to watch it, is what I'm saying. It's not a lighthearted rom-com when you have a character doing that. Do it differently. Like there's a way for them to implode in such a way that doesn't like they get all upset, and then this one guy, it's a great movie, and then he starts damaging all these cars with a baseball bat. Like, what the fuck? I forget what movie that was. It's like, why do you do that? Don't do that. That's like, it's gay male influences, I think. That's gay male influences, because that's very dramatic in a bad way, I thought. That's just very gay drama to me. I didn't like it. So anyway, and these guys managed to do it and make a great rom-com without any of this stuff. So if they did it, you can do it. And there's a lot down here that did it as well. The chemistry wasn't quite there. Dave didn't have any of it, and it was cute. I mean, some of these Enchanted, it was cute. Cute. There's Failure to Launch. All these are borderline. They might be top 11. Like I would put above the. Anyway, I might be able to rank my top. I might be able to do a list that's ranked 1 through 66. Actually, looking at this, that would be tough, but I could do it. So let's just go through. So number 1, Night and Day. And by the way, I have a little number after that. I was watching at my daughter's place, and she had like Roku TV or something. And when you searched, they could find it if it's on Netflix, if it's on Hulu. She had all these channels, Disney, whatever it was. But before they did that, they would give you where you could find it, but it would rank them. It would say, and then it didn't. I was searching for rom-coms, and the interesting thing was, when I'd search for rom-coms, like something like action wouldn't come up. Like, Night and Day is action. But I thought it was interesting that some of them really, it will call it like From Prada to Nada, is an absolute rom-com. It was so cute, very cute, and they call it a comedy, not a rom-com. Why? I didn't understand that. So I put it here just because, or Last Chance Harvey, they call it a romance. It was 100% very cute rom-com. I love that. With Dustin Hoffman and Emma Thompson. Elderly, I have older, I have younger. Look at this, Miles Teller and Leah Tipton, Two Night Stand. Then there was, what was that other one? Okay, I'm just going to read them. Let's go. Night and Day, Tom Cruise and Cameron Diaz. Very cute. Number 1, Night and Day from 2010. Tom Cruise and Cameron Diaz. Very cute. 2 Weeks Notice. The problem is I want to comment about all these. Come on, man. This could go on forever. I really love these. Okay, no, I got so much stuff to do. This is making me happy, and it's good. I'm glad I'm doing this. Um, because here comes the negative again. Oh, I'm going through some stuff. My baby girl is just, um, like, it has to do, it's like a lot of stuff having to do with adrenochrome, and it's just bad news all around. And I look at 2 weeks' notice, and I just love this damn freaking movie so much. I love Hugh Grant. I love Sandra Bullock. She's so good in this movie, and she's like this lawyer, and and I just love the whole thing. And they even have Trump in there, which I love. A lot of people aren't going to like that. But he made a cameo. They had Nora. They had that singer singing, and I love the chemistry. I love the whole story. And then you think about Sandra Bullock coming on the Ellen show and talking about adrenochrome, and that's how she's keeping young. And she's like promoting circumcisions of little Korean boys. I didn't get that, but she did it. It's not AI, and it's just like, oh man, I absolutely do not want to take her off of. She's on this list 2 or 3 times. She's on this list 3 or 4 times on my top 111. She's so good at the rom-coms, and I love that movie so much. But but that being said, the purpose of this list is to make sure that the list is this way 50 years from now when people look at this. And there could be people are going to say, ooh, you like that 2 weeks notice with Sandra Bullock? Wasn't she the one that promoted something that we're all going to be very sick? It's going to make us all sick in the future if we even come close to having anybody associated with it. So I'm not sure how much of this is going to survive. I'm trying to cut out stuff that's pedophile associated, even close, even if it has a whiff of it. But in the movie itself, just the box. I can't start looking outside and seeing what the actors are doing outside. I really can't do that. And I'm going to fight for this one. And Sandra Bullock. Like, she is an artist. And in this little thing called 2 weeks notice, not looking outside, and even like Robert De Niro and all these actors, I'm just looking at the art. I'm not looking at what the artist did or what they promoted or what they said. And it's very, very difficult for a famous female especially to not have some sort of effect by the gay Nazis. It's not like they search them, they just cannot make it without the gay Nazis promoting them in some way. I mean, the gay Nazis will make or break them. You cannot have any kind of fame or fortune or anything without the permission of the fucking butt fuckers. I mean, you could be very talented, but every single actress, every single famous female celebrity, every single woman in power, you can taint them. They have their fucking pedophile, infantophile, fuck shit, butt fucking jizz all over every woman. Okay, so I really didn't want to get into this. Maybe I'll cut this out. I don't have time. I don't have time to cut this stuff out. I'm just telling you, I'm leaving it at number 2. I'm going to defend to the end, and there's nothing I could do about it. I mean, I'm just saying, I'm predicting the future, and this is shaky whether this is going to stay up there or not. If I have any say in it, which I don't, it's like a tidal wave. I mean, there's shit coming, and it's a tidal wave of world peace is coming. I just don't know when the chips fall where they may. I'm not sure where it's going to fall on what people think about Sandra Bullock because of what she said. I think it's going to be a huge deal. I think there's going to be a lot of people canceled because of it. Because of their association with this sick practice that everybody's just going to blindside everybody. The whole infantophile stuff especially. with the adrenochrome and all that. They're calling it like QAnon, or they're calling it conspiracy theories and stuff, and it's just so obvious that there's some shit going down that's just not good. But we're keeping. I'm holding it solid, guys. Just this is pure artwork, and let's hope the future. Because even I am guilty of this because I was promoting anyway. I mean, everybody. It's just so it could be that just the whole era, our whole era, our whole generation, all these stars and stuff aren't going to make it. So what I'm saying is the 50. Maybe that's a good thing. Maybe it's a good thing. Like, seriously. Um, I did do something very interesting. There were two Sabrinas, and I didn't find everything pre 1970, just about pre 1980, was disqualified for just smoking like crazy, including the 1954 Sabrina. So the 1954 Sabrina with Humphrey Bogart and Audrey Hepburn was better in chemistry. It was better in the storyline, everything, except they smoked. And they also smoked in the Sabrina from 1985 with Harrison Ford and who was that? Was that a French actress? But I did describe. See, it's going to be interesting when I get to disqualifications because it's going to be interesting because there are some interesting movies there. But both Sabrinas are disqualified, but the older one was better. So there are some. If they just took the smoking out of it, that one could be pretty timeless. Not really though. It wasn't top of it. Well, you know, actually not because the old fashioned is old fashioned. The old fashioned is not. I don't think that's going to be. This is for. This isn't, oh, let's be nostalgic kind of thing. This list is what are the modern rom-coms that are timeless, and it's very hard to get timeless anything pre-19, I would say, pre-1960. The acting wasn't there, and it was kind of, like if you can date, you could date it by what they're wearing, but if you could date it by how they're acting a certain way, it was almost though. There's a shot. You could have a shot at it. But that was what, like Sabrina, you could see where there could be some. But when you look at people's lists, their top 100, like you go to Rotten Tomatoes, that was so stupid. Like the reason I'm doing this is the lists that are out there are the most pathetic, gay run, stupid rom-com lists, I think. I don't think that they're reflective of the general public, and they're gonna start to crumble because it's just fake. It's not like, oh, everybody likes this now and they're going to change their mind. It's like nobody likes this now. They're just like, like all the other fake news that's out there, or all these rom-com lists. But a lot of them, like I'm trying to review all these, and I just stopped at. I'll go later because when I reviewed Sabrina, I'll start later. But I have a long list of stuff I'm still trying to review. It's like 175 long of rom-coms, and none of them are pre-1970 because every time I go back there, they're disqualified anyway for the smoking. They're all smoking, and then they're disqualified for so many other things like the physical abuse of the women and the degrading and the just everything. It's so bad, and then the acting is not what it is. It's not the way it is now, where it's a little more realistic and it's a little less fake. So I don't. There aren't going to be very many. I think the oldest one I have on my list is from like 1975, or maybe yeah. Anyway, blah 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 blah. It's good to talk to my baby girl though without. Well, it's going to get bad this week. It's going to get bad tomorrow and Sunday. Tomorrow and Monday, baby girl. Anyway, I I hope I'm still doing this because I feel like you will still want to be my muse. Okay. Um, After tomorrow. So Alex and Emma, this one, let's just talk about. I don't care. I'm gonna keep talking until 11:30 because this is fun. I don't know. So Alex and Emma with Luke Wilson and Kate Hudson is just like, what the hell? Why is it rated 5.5? Now this is I can't believe I can't remember these people's names. When I was younger, I knew every star from here to Timbuktu. It just rolled off my tongue like anything. And now I can't even remember one of my favorite directors. And I'm going to sit here for 20 minutes until I remember it. I don't even care. I'll remember it. Just give me a second. Once I do this, though, it comes back quickly again. It's just that I haven't talked about stuff in a long time. A week ago, last Friday, like on January 30th, I had a hearing where I'm talking to the judge, and boy, am I glad I went over a few things ahead of time because I thought I had all this stuff in my head, just various words that just when you're doing law stuff, it's just another language. It's like practicing another language, and I don't speak with people too much. And I was writing a little bit, but you have to speak a little bit because you can't get up there and not remember simple words, like simple legal words when you're talking to the judge. I did go to law school, and I just, it really gives you a little bit more respect when you use big words, you use legal words when you're speaking. Oh, so just the night before, I'm glad I just went over some stuff. I wasn't going to, and I just, man, because things flowed. Like right now, if I had gone over this ahead of time, just really briefly, okay, let's get his name. He just recently passed. He was recently murdered with his wife in LA. And his father, Rob Reiner. Okay. Okay. So Rob Reiner, great director, and they always say it's, oh, When Harry Met Sally. So stupid. That's not even on my top 111 list. I cannot stand that movie so badly, and it's what triggered this whole list was that infantophile. Okay, we're not going to go into this. But what started the whole list was everybody's listing supposedly When Harry Met Sally as a number one rom-com. It's not even. It's not even. It's not on my top 11 list, but it's not even. I would say Rob Reiner's top 10 movies. It's not even a top 10. I don't know how many rom-coms he made, if he made that many, but it's his bottom. It's his worst rom-com. Okay. Just horrible, horrible movie. So Alex and Emma is his best rom-com, and it only gets a 5.5. I don't get this at all. I love this so much. It's so good. Maybe it's because it's a writer, but they're so good. The chemistry is good, and then they actually have kids. Like they go, and they're not. What happened was, I think it got a 5. I'll tell you why. I remember this. It got a 5.5 because the movie got green lighted. And it got all these pedophiles in Hollywood all excited. They were about ready to jizz all over this movie. But by the time they had the little kids acting, there were no pedophile references when it had little kids. You didn't have... It was just funny. It was funny when you just watch it. Just watch it. It's funny. And they go back and they do this story. And he's trying to write. And I love it because it's another writer, I guess. I like to think of myself as a writer. But just watch the movie and tell me, But they had the kids there, and he didn't do the pedophile references the way he did in other movies that he made. So there was somebody on the set who was able to say no to the butt fuckers. I shouldn't use that word when I'm trying to have a lighthearted. They just didn't say no. There's no way I could have a lighthearted discussion about rom-coms without putting up a wall and pointing out that what ruins them are gay Nazi infantophiles. doing all sorts of infantophile references, gay references, woman hating references. They just insert it in here and they try to normalize just a horrible relationship things that are horrible and that grate against heterosexual relationships, that gay males have really infiltrated all this shit and trying to normalize a lot of shit that is just not conducive to a good heterosexual relationship. And the rom-coms have reflected this. It's like, we need to clean this shit up. You need to get people on the set who are able to say no to this shit. Okay? That's all. And that's when you get something like Friends, which is the TV show, but you still get good chemistry. And they did have, I'll have to watch Friends again though. There might have been a little bit of pedophile references in there. And especially because one of the actors was gay, and that's the other thing you cannot fucking do. You cannot hire a closeted gay actor to play somebody who isn't gay. It just doesn't fucking work. No, his name is David Schwimmer, and it's just like you hire them and then you pretend like they could be not gay. Now there's that one guy from Bridgerton who does okay with that. He did okay. And sometimes you wonder if they're just saying they're gay just to get parts, because I don't think they are. There's another guy in Bros who says he's gay, and he's not. I don't think they are. But there's so many gay actors that just don't come off. Ryan Reynolds, when he's trying to play opposite Sandra Bullock in The Proposal. No. Okay? It just doesn't, they just come off as gay. The way they treat the women, even when they're acting. And then everybody's saying that Richard Gere is gay and this kind of thing. And it's like, there's no fucking way that guy is gay. Just from, you see him in the rom-coms, and you cannot act that way. You cannot act that way. You cannot have that chemistry when you are gay. He is not gay. Richard Gere is not gay. Or he can't be that good of an actor. It's just that everybody loves him so much. And I don't even think Rock Hudson was gay. Everybody's saying Rock Hudson died of AIDS and he's gay. That's fucking bullshit. I see him in the rom-coms. He's just not gay. I loved him in that one where he's pretending like he's gay. I think there was too much smoking. That was disqualified, of course. But it was another one. That one could have been. There was an example of another one, like Sabrina, where it was pretty good, even though the acting isn't quite like today. It made it. It could be, and I'm not giving it a pass for being nostalgic. It was one where you feel like you could watch it again, and it was cute, but, we have to rewatch it to see if there's any pedophile references, though. That stuff is very tricky to rewatch everything. It's amazing today. I was shocked. I said, I can't believe I was rewatching this one just to see if there was smoking in it, and here is all this pedophile references in it. I'm not even going to say what it is, because you promoted it on your show a little bit there, baby girl. And I didn't even realize it at the time myself. Love the actor, too. Okay, so, Persuasion, of course. That was so funny. Now, you'd say, it's not a rom-com, Persuasion. It's like Jane Austen, that's not a rom-com. Yeah, she's got quite a few on here. Because even the romance, if it's romance, it's a lot of comedy. Dakota Johnson. I don't know why she didn't come on your show. She canceled at the last minute, baby girl. I think that was political or something. I think that was kind of political. I'm sorry about that. Like, there's a lot of people canceling because they think you're too pro-Trump. My fault, but that's going to help you later. I think, you're on the right side of history. Don't worry about it too much. Just have to be neutral. You haven't really come out one way or the other. But if you don't come out in favor of the Democrat, you are labeled. So just take the label, because it's just going to be much worse for the other side. Oh my God. It's just going to get so bad when all this freaking pedophilia, infantophile bullshit comes out. It's going to be a nightmare. So just Hang in there, baby girl. I was disappointed that she didn't come on your show though. That's my favorite. And then you also sang that one karaoke. Um, I was watching old videos, and there was a video from way back when I said your season one was always going to be a favorite. It's always going to be a number one. I had to be very careful at starting to say this is top six, this is top whatever of all time karaoke's because there's 800 of them or something, and 1,000 of them. Oh yeah, because you've had 1,000 shows, so there's probably over 1,000 karaoke's now. So I have to be very careful, but um, uh, I'm trying to think of the name of that song. I knew you'd come. It's like it's like what I mean. I have it all in my head. I'm watching it. I just don't remember the lyrics, and I don't remember the title of that song. But the memory burn is definitely there. You and your little bare feet. That was beautiful. Okay. Anyway, it's not. It's just a great. It was really good because they made it funny. Like she kept talking. What is that called? The third wall, or you break the third wall, or she would talk to the camera. I forget that. She was funny. It was hilarious. From Prada to Nada, another 5.5. I don't get these. I don't get these rankings. Um, it was just good. There was this one that was the main story, and then they had a secondary story too that was so cute. Both of the stories were cute in that one. I really love that. Yeah, and then I'm not like we have to pick something Hispanic, and then I have to pick something where they're old or they're young. I just picked my favorites, and it just turned out to be very well. I don't think I have anything. I don't think I have black people up here. Well, it's because I mean, last holiday came close, but not really. And then Stella got her groove back. I'm still reviewing some. Coming to America came close. Uh, it was like very cute. Top 11. I think. Okay, listen to this. Top 11 knocked down a notch for a male extra smoking a cigar in a hot tub. I don't. I I hated knocking that down. I think he was more than a male extra, but the thing is, I have to rewatch that because you look at. I said, was there smoking in Coming to America? Yes, it was very prevalent. The film reflects. It has Eddie Murphy and Arsenio Hall smoke cigarettes in various scenes. They did not. I don't believe. I would have caught that instantly. Like it would have been up there. I saw that movie, and I believe me, if they were smoking, I don't think they did. So this is why it's so difficult doing this. I can't just go to Grok or AI or any of them and ask them. I can't even do that for music. It's so bad. Like they're so It's I can't stand this freaking AI bullshit stuff. They're so useless. Well, you have to know when you could use it, and even when I do, like I'm using Grok a lot in my lawsuit stuff because he is pretty good at finding lawsuits that are applicable, like he like that kind of thing. But he's really, I can't stand. It's such an easy thing to do. Like he just goes by. I just hate that there was this thing called SeenSmoking.org based in Sacramento, California, where they got teenagers to volunteer, and they came on and they said, this person is smoking a cigar at this scene, this person is smoking a cigarette, this person is referring to. They were very specific in the scene, whether it was a female or a male actor, a young kid. It was like it went on and on for every movie, and it was super thorough, and they had miles and miles of this kind of important data, and they shut it down. It was shut down. It's the most important kind of work you can do for health, for world peace, for everything. And they shut this down. I mean, if you're gonna take government money and spend it on something that's gonna have the most miles, the most bang for the buck as far as helping all of humankind, it was that scenesmoking.org, and they shut it down and then they replaced it with, you know, IMBD this and that, and it was not specific. There's some mild smoking and it's not accurate. I mean, I've been to some. It's the same like the Google this AI stuff. Was there smoking and coming to America? I'm gonna watch that. It's 11:19. I'll watch it, and it's going. And I'm telling you, whether they lied or not. They did this with. I've noted it in the notes. I would say Google AI said they smoked when they didn't, or I'd say Google AI said there was no smoking when there was. This is so bad for what I'm trying to accomplish here that I have to go back and go through everything and note the smoking without. I mean, maybe it's a good thing because I'm finding it's okay. It's just. So coming to America at 7.1, that's good. But that's the only black one I have, I think. Oh my God, Hitch, that disappointed me so bad. Very cute, meaning the chemistry was there. Top 11 knocked down a notch for Eva Mendes kneeing a friend's ex-boyfriend in the groin. I mean, that's not an automatic DQ, but boy, they need to stop kneeing guys in the groin. That's so, and slapping and all this bullshit. They want to make top 11. You gotta stop that bullshit. That's just gay Nazi influence. That's just gay bullshit. Okay, they think that they're pandering to their lesbian friends, or they're, oh, we're gonna get them in the balls. Doesn't that feel good? It's just like, don't you have a son? Do you want your son to get kneed in the balls by anybody at any time, no matter what he does? Like, what the fuck? Do you have a father? Do you have a brother? Do you have any, like, I don't get that. It's like man-hating shit is just woman-hating, it's woman-hating assholes thinking that their hatred toward women is the same, women have the same hatred toward men, and the lesbians probably do, the bad ones. There's kind of like a gay Nazi lesbian, I guess, equivalent, but they're all growing older, they're all going away. I think it's getting better and better with the lesbians, but the younger and younger they are. But I don't know about the gay males. I think the younger and younger gay males are still women hating. I think a lot of that is a lot more entrenched than the hatred that lesbians have toward men. To tell you the truth, I think we're going to have to, unfortunately, we can get along and there could be world peace with lesbians in the future, but I don't think there could be world peace with gay men, so I think we're going to have to get rid of all of them, which I hate, because the best humans on the planet, I believe, are lesbians. They really are. You know that they stay together, lesbian couples, more than any other couples, more than hetero couples, and more than gay male couples. And they're brighter than most. It's like, Jane Austen was probably, I think Shakespeare was a lesbian. Jane Austen, me. They're brighter, but well, we'll see. We won't see. I won't be here, but in the future we'll find out. So, Runaway Bride. That was the best. Like, I couldn't put. There's no way I could put Pretty Woman here. I think she was DQ'd. I think there was smoking, but also there's this very violent. She got a huge violent slap in the face, like really bad. So that's domestic violence. That's not serious. It's like that's no longer lighthearted when they did that. You need to not do that. Okay, by the guy who was on Seinfeld later. He's the one who slapped her in that. And it's just like, it's too much. It's like a domestic, it was a violent scene. No. I didn't like that. Runaway Bride, though, didn't have any of that stuff. It didn't have any of that. And it was cute. It was like this writer, and they were cute in that one. Much better. Always Be My Maybe, surprisingly very cute. Like, I didn't think... Well, Ali Wong, I think she did something in her stand-up that made me think she was gay influenced. Like, they always... Oh, she had anal sex or something. Or she hated... It was... Yeah, she was going on and on about anal sex, like, or something else. And it was just very gay. So when I watched the movie, I thought it was going to be gay, but it wasn't. It was really good. One scene, Randall Park is in a restaurant, and that's very gay for all sorts of stupid scenes in restaurants. They cannot resist making a scene in a restaurant. He came very close to it, but he didn't. It wasn't embarrassing. He wasn't degrading somebody else. He stood up and he said, "My monochrome burrito. Can I have a monochrome burrito?" And it was, so, I mean, it wasn't like it was. It was just funny because it was the restaurant was like this nouveau whatever, all this avant-garde stuff, and it was all weird. He said monochrome burrito. He just said it out loud. Now it wasn't. He wasn't degrading to anybody else. He was just making fun of the restaurant and the scene. Now that was kind of funny, and that's not like the kind of scene I'm talking about where they embarrass somebody else or they make there's just a gay scene. That wasn't the gay thing. I just thought it was funny. It was close though. I don't know why that was funny and the other scenes I'm thinking about aren't. You just know it when you see it, and I can explain it that he's not degrading somebody specifically. He just said, "Can I have a monochrome burrito?" And a park. I liked it. I thought it was great. In San Francisco, I mean, I have a love-hate relationship with San Francisco, but it's always very nostalgic whenever, I lived there in that whole area for like 8 years. So, Two Night Stand, Miles Teller and Leo Tipton. Leo, I don't know. Very cute. It's one of these things where you're watching something and you have no idea, and I guess it could be the low expectation. Like, I'm just watching it, whatever. I don't think it had a 6.1 rating at the time. 6.3, I think. It's just, you never hear about it, and it's not huge stars or anything, and it's just so nothingness. But it just turned out to be cute. Maybe it was because I had low expectations. I don't know. It was cute. Last Chance Harvey, it's the same thing. It's like, I never heard this. Dustin Hoffman and Emma Thompson. It was so good. Like, I just really liked it. It was cute and good. And it's another, some of this could be up here simply because I did have low expectations of it. A Family Affair, and the nice thing is the Netflix is really coming up. Netflix, Persuasion Netflix, and I can't believe 3 of them are Netflix, and they're kind of modernish. 2024, 2019. I've already been through this in 2022, and that gives me some hope for Netflix. Come on, Netflix. Let's get the purging done. So they're still going down here. Didn't I say they're just going to keep going down? So here we go. Oh, are we getting close? Oh, come on, Netflix, please. And I didn't like the last 2, though. There were 2 that were knocked down, and they need to knock that shit off for pedophilia. Okay? You guys need to knock that shit off. Nope, they're not there yet. Hold on. This one was always hard to do. There we go. Oh, you're almost there. So if Netflix does not bounce off of this, we are in trouble. They're almost there. They went down faster than I thought. I thought they would go down to maybe 50-ish in the next couple of months. Whoa, that's a lot though. 76 to 8, but they're down way further. Okay. So we're gonna keep an eye. Netflix is heading down, but I think they should bounce off that support line. Definitely not. They're definitely bouncing off of. Oh, maybe higher than that. Hold on, guys. I want to make it right. Oh, it's not 50. That's not 50 at all. Oh shit. Okay, 55. 55 or 60 is not so bad. 76, just a few more, just a little bit further down. All right, guys, go Netflix. Just stop it with the pedophile reference, and they also, I think they were both disqualified for pedophile. Come on, man. I'll go over that later. Smoking, maybe? I forget the two. One of them was the life list. God, that was a top 11 even. DQ'd completely. Pedophile reference. And then, well, okay. Okay, guys. 11:30. I'm going to go on for 10 more minutes, and then we're done. Last chance already. Oh, A Family Affair. Okay, so Zac Efron. That's another one. I think it's also, a lot of times they always say, well, the movies about making movies will be better received. And, I mean, if you were an intern, the way I was in Hollywood for a while, and I also did the go-between, I did all sorts of little jobs like that. So just for a while, but it was fun. I really wanted to get on every backlot just to take the mystery out of it. Like if you say, oh, this was made at Paramount. Well, in my brain, I know I've delivered scripts on the set. This was in 2000. No, it was in 2001. And 2000 and 2001, yeah. And, that was at Disney Studios. I know, like, every single studio you mention, is that Sony or the Columbia over in Culver City. I delivered on these lots. And I also applied for intern positions, like I went to the Columbia applying for a job there. And they said no to the internship. I don't think an internship at a studio, I would have taken off. Like I would have been I would have made it in Hollywood if I had been an intern. I'm so talented at this stuff, and it just wasn't my like I'm very good at so many things, and it's a good thing that I was turned down because I have a much different pathway that had to go the way I did. Like I had to do this and then go to law school. I would have been like doing movies and stuff without, maybe I still will. Yeah, I'm going to 100 people. So, but I didn't get the intern position at Columbia Pictures. And and then when I was and I'm glad I didn't. And then I also didn't get the intern position at, that I applied to at, whatever. Disney, there was a couple places, and I didn't get in. I was a little bit older. I was like 30, 33. It felt very old at the time, which is kind of young. But I love okay, I'm not going to talk about that movie, The Intern, because that's one of the ones that had it was a great movie. It was the one that disappointed me today. It's all pedophile shit. Damn it. I didn't want to say that. But it was so good. It was like Robert De Niro was like this 70-year-old intern. And it was fantastic. I loved that. They really need to. Yeah, he was good. Great. It was great chemistry. Anne Hathaway. Dustin Hoffman. But it's all paid. Really. Oh, shit. I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to talk about The Intern today. The movie. What was I talking about? 11:33. Anyway, what was I talking about? I would have been so good. But I love, yeah. I just love the movies. And I love taking the mystery out of it because the only way you can get on every backlot. I don't even think if you were, I also did a lot of what is that extra work, and I was in a couple of movies without where I don't think you could see me. Like there was a whole at the Pantages Theater we filmed Almost Famous. I was Almost Famous for Almost Famous, and you can see me in. You could definitely see me if you go to like where can I see you on the TV? Well, I was in the audience for Candid Camera when Alan Fudd, what is his name? The son announced that his father, who had done Candid Camera, had died, and I was right next to Suzanne Summers when she was like announcing this announcement. I'm sitting right there. So if you look at that back Candid Camera, look at me in the audience, look at Suzanne Summers standing on the stairwell, that was the show when they announced that Alan Fudd had died or was about to die or something like that. Like he had died when they had to announce it because it was filmed a week ahead of time or something. And they said, well, by the time we film this, he's not going to make it or something. I don't know. They had to do something. Anyway, I dressed for that. I looked really nice, and they sat me. When I dress up, I could dress up to the point where they sit me in front a lot of times. Something about me. Ugh. Anyway, I'm glad I did all that because it took the mystery out of all of it a little bit. I just really, really love the idea of in my brain right now, you name a studio and I was there and I could see, I didn't work in there, but I know I delivered. And when I went to Universal Studios, I actually just took off behind the scenes and went behind that big tower from Back to the Future where it was a big clock. It wasn't that big, but that whole square, and I went back there and it's like cat poop, and it's stuff like that. And I went behind the Jaws thing there at Universal Studios. I could have been arrested, but it's just that's what Steven Spielberg did. He said if you walk around with a clipboard and you look like you belong there. Now I guess that was 2000. That was before 9/11, and I guess now there's more security and stuff. But I did that in 2000. It was before 9/11 in 2001, I guess. Yeah, so anyway. Oh, I gotta get this. I'm not gonna be able to edit this either. Okay, baby girl. Anyway, the 12 Dates of Christmas. That's another one. Like, I didn't want to. It wouldn't surprise me. It was good. The Hot Frosty was pretty good. I tried to watch some more. I'm sure there's going to be more by the time I'm done. Now, there's a difference between the Hallmark stuff. Now, the Hallmark stuff's on its own, and I'm not going to... I don't like the formula. I don't like we're going to be in the small... Like, it's a big city girl going to the small town and liking it, and then starting her own business, doing whatever, and... and it's okay. The stories are okay, but there's something... I don't know what it is. It's formulaic, and it might be the acting or something, but the Hallmark ones, the chemistry to me is not quite there. And the thing is, the Hallmark ones don't make me want to. That's the thing. The Hallmark ones usually, I'll see them and whatever. I mean, I don't want to see them again. If there's nothing else on, maybe, but they're not like. But these kind of surprised me. I think the 12 Dates of Christmas, I think, was kind of Hallmark-ish. And when I saw it, it was good. So they're getting better. And then there was one called Hot Frosty, which was like a Hallmark one-ish again. But I liked it. It's on my top 66. Hot Frosty, I think. A, B, C, D, F, G, H. Hot Frosty. It's unrated. Dusty Milligan and Lancey Chabert, or I think she's popular in the Hallmark movies. It was cute. It wasn't my top 11, but it didn't have any of the bad. The nice thing about the Hallmarks is they don't have any of this shit in it. They don't have groin slaps, but it's also they're not taking as big of risks either. But they don't have any of this gay influence bullshit. People calling somebody bitch. Then it could be a little bit too vanilla too, so you have to be careful. But I mean, you can be edgy without having it this stiff, and they have it here. It's just you have to be, you can't be lazy. Okay. Another thing is a lot of times they'll use like a dead like the it's the typical the widower or the he lost his like just make him divorced or something. Don't be so lazy where you need to get sympathy from the audience because the guy's a widower type of thing. It's kind of Hallmark lazy a little bit. All right, 5 more minutes. 27 dresses, love, love, love. It's a cute. The other thing about my list is if you want cute and you don't mind this, all these things that I have, just search my list for very cute, and you're gonna get like the good chemistry stuff. You're gonna enjoy 27 dresses. I just didn't like just in the future. I'm just for the future, everybody. Don't do a face slap. Just stop that. What the fuck is that? No face slaps. Serious face slaps. And no, that's gay. And no embarrassing public scenes. Like she really put down her sister during a pre-wedding slideshow. And I guess there's got to be a way you can you can get from point A to point B without doing that. It made me very uncomfortable. And I don't like it. Maybe it's just me, but I think I'm everybody, so I don't know. I think baby girl, you kind of like that when they make a scene like that, but self-imploding, you could do it. I think you could do it without you degrading somebody else publicly. I think that's gay. 500 Days of Summer, I really liked it. I can't quite remember it. It was fun. But he did have an embarrassing... I have to rewatch a lot of these. I might find something in there. See, that's the thing, is now we're getting into territory where I haven't rewatched all of these down here, baby girl. And I might find some more shit here. So, but let's just finish the list, okay? Oh, we gotta go through quickly. A Cinderella Story, Chad, Michael Murray, and Hilary Duff. Cute. A Little Bit of Heaven. Gael Garcia Bernal and Kate Hudson. This guy was so cute in that, and in he was so cute in this, very cute, but knocked down because she smoked room because she did public scenes again where she was like, you're dying of cancer. I don't give a fuck. Don't do that. Don't. Well, I have an excuse. I'm mad, so I could degrade my family. It's like it's not gonna get me sympathy. Stop it. Bad Teacher was surprisingly cute. We saw that in jail. It's pot smoking only. It was like, what the fuck? Like she was, I was really mad at first in jail because I thought she was smoking a cigarette, but she opens it smoking pot, which is fantastic. Just do that. Don't smoke cigarettes. Pot only. But this turned out to be cute. Like she ended up with him in the end. It was just hilarious. It was funny. Cameron Diaz was good at that. Coming to America, I have to rewatch. Make sure there's no smoking in it with Eddie Murphy and Sherry Headley. Coyote Ugly. Adam Garcia and Piper Perabo. So Piper Perabo was in. I mean, you don't understand the heartbreak, baby girl. There was something called. It was my favorite movie. Imagine Me and You. To the two lesbians. It was like my number 2, my number 3. It had the pedophile reference in it a couple of times. He's like, they're using that little girl to talk to him. And you can't do that, you guys. You can't have a little girl talking like an adult. Even like at the end, I forget exactly. I once you see it, you can't unsee it, people. Don't do that. Don't do that. You're doing that. You're getting support for your movie without realizing it. You're getting support from pedophiles. Okay? Doing that so that you can, and you can't unsee it. Enchanted, Dave, Crazy Stupid Love, Coyote Ugly surprised me because I thought there'd be smoking in it. I said, oh, it's all in a bar. But hats off for being smoke-free, despite a majority of the movie being in a bar. And it turned out to be cute then. I thought it was more about these girl dancers and stuff. But there was a love story. They got together in the end. It was cute. It's up here. Crazy Stupid Love. I hated it at first, and I don't know why. I went back and rewatched it, and I thought it was very cute. It's knocked down for public scenes by Carell. I don't know what bothered me. I don't know why I stopped, but maybe I was just in a bad mood. Ryan Gosling, he slaps. I don't know, because I thought there was okay. It was knocked down because of the Lolita syndrome, but it was her going after him, and that could be a little bit of pedophilia in that it's a young girl in love with a 45-year-old Steve Carell, but he was, and then I don't know. When I rewatched it, I liked it. I don't know why I would say very cute though. Oh, because I needed, this might go crazy. I'll have to rewatch it again, because I might knock it down. It could be a top six. It could be cute, top 66 knocked down to 111. I just needed more top 55s. I don't think so. I don't want to get desperate and put it up here. I'll rewatch it. Dave, that's cute. The President one. Enchanted, that was cute. Failure to Launch, and Matthew McConaughey, I can't stand his, I'm attacking him all over the place. It's 11:45, I gotta go. I'm like saying he was behind the, trying to make him the next challenger to Trump or some kind of, they're trying to launch his political career by shooting up Uvalde. I'm not laughing at that, but once again, I gotta keep him in a separate box. That was a good show, and it was a good movie. Failure to Launch with those two. Forgetting Sarah Marshall, but it's a widower again. So there they go. I think his wife had died or something, and they gotta stop doing that in the rom-coms. It's a little bit cheap. They did that in. It's just a little bit lazy. But whatever works. I think maybe in the future it won't work as much because there's all these widowers, and it's just like. They try to make it so that you get easy sympathy for them. Forgetting Sarah Marshall. Very cute. It's knocked down because he screams at people having a wedding and then references to heteros. Oh, yeah, I remember that. Okay. Hitch. We're at 28. Okay, we're going. Hitch. That was there. Hot Frosty. In Good Company. Topher Grace. Oh, that was cute. Hope Floats. Cute. I have to recheck that because there's a little girl in there. And there could be some freaking pedophilia stuff. I haven't checked it. It's a boy-girl thing. Brief partition. I don't even remember what that is. It's complicated. Loved it. Steve Martin called his ex-wife a hoe. Nope. And okay, here's one thing I wanted to say. Alex Baldwin was chewing his food loudly and annoyingly. This happens in about 5 or 6 movies in here. And I started to note it now. And they're going to get knocked down for it. Because you get the feeling that there was some acting class or somewhere where the guys, these male actors, learned how to chew food or something. And this is how you really chew food. And it's like this annoying loud thing where they fake chew or whatever. And it's just a matter of the director saying no. And the director cannot say no to some of these people, I guess. Like Alec Baldwin's a big star, and maybe, I don't know who directed that, but you got to say no to that because it's so annoying and stupid when they're chewing food and they think it's charming. It's not. It's like these actors like, look at what I learned in acting school. And this is how you do it. And it's no, just don't do it. Juno was good. It was knocked down because of the Lolita syndrome. 16-year-old and 38-year-old Justin Bateman is too controversial for lighthearted a little bit. For top 11. Top 11's got to be squeaky clean all the way around. Just like Heaven. Oh, she slaps him, but not really. Killers, this is a little bit like... Killers was a little bit like Night and Day. It's action. There's a lot of violence in that, but it's kind of fun. It's not against each other. There was Mr. and Mrs. I gotta post this. Last Holiday. LL Cool J. There's some black stuff. Minor smoking in the background. A few good scenes by extras. Moonstruck. There was comedic slapping in a way, but it could be taken like serious DV promoting DV stuff. When she slapped him twice, it's like very iconic. Oh, I love that movie. But it's definitely top 11 with in everything with chemistry and everything. Pride and Prejudice. I had Keira Knightley. There was smoking in the background. I just couldn't put two Jane Austens in the top 11 anyway. P.S. I Love You. I just saw this. I found one. P.S. I Love You. It was so fun. I just loved it. I didn't even know anything about it. And here it was. And it could be another thing where it's no expectations, but I found one. So that was good. Shakespeare in Love. I love, 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 but it's knocked down for a few things. There was a serious slap. She's the Man was really cute. Space Oddity. That was, remember I said I wanted, Space Oddity. I was saying this teasingly. What I said, hey, Kevin Bacon, you guys make such a cute couple. They really do. Kira Sedgwick and Kevin Bacon, even though I don't agree with their politics. And then they said she was directing a movie. And I said, oh my God, I can't wait. Just please, I want any excuse to put it on my rom-com list. There was no excuse. This is almost a top 11. Almost a top 11. I mean, it could be a top 11. But it's just clean cut. It was so cute. I was so happy to have them make a good movie. And I'm not doing it because I didn't realize that it was good. I was going to put it up there no matter if it was bad, but it could be a top 11 almost. I would almost throw it up there, you guys. It's really good. It really surprised me. I mean, it surprised me. She did a good job. They should do it again, you guys. That was a good job. Kira Sedgwick. It was unrated. Whatever. I don't know who made that. If that's Netflix, I'm gonna okay. Spanglish, Adam Sandler, see? Now he had one, and I have to rewatch that, I think, because there's a little girl in there. Shit. It's probably pedophilia. That guy does so much pedophile shit. Spencer Confidential, I saw that in jail. Oh my God, I love that. Top 11. Okay. All right, I gotta go. Sweet Home Alabama, that broke my heart. That was definitely a top 11, but he calls her a bitch. Damn it. And then there's the embarrassing public scene again at a bar where she degrades her friends, that gay friend. That awkward moment is another surprising one where it was like cute and I don't even remember. I can't wait to rewatch that. The Accidental Husband, that was cute. The American President, of course, that's cute. I rewatched it, it's fine. The Big Sick was cute. Bounty Hunter. This is the one where Gerard Butler, he chooses food obnoxiously. I mean, I'm going to knock this thing down a notch. You guys got to stop that shit. Okay, Gerard Butler. He was cute in that one, though. P.S. I Love You. Was that him? Was that the same? Yeah. Gerard Butler, he was pretending to be an Irish guy in that one. The Electric Horseman, I had to knock it down. I loved that movie, but there was a little bit, and then the slapping. It has to be squeaky clean to be in the top 11. Like, I can't have a note on it. This one has a little bit of a note. The Cutting Edge, the male coach calls her a bitch. No good. Bounty Hunter, he chooses food obnoxiously. Damn it! Don't do that now. The Fall Guy. That one was another surprise. I think that was directed by Emily Blunt. The Hating Game. I forget. I can't wait to rewatch these though. The Invention of Lying. Oh, you know why I have this in here? It was good. Oh, that was cute. It was surprisingly good. I just saw this week too, and I need it because, The Lost City. Cute again. This is so cute with Sandra Bullock and Tatum knocked down. They're smoking cigars in the background. The Prince and Me. That was cute. The Princess Bride. Oh, I had to knock it down a notch. I had to put a note that they had Peter Falk playing this. Oh, that was cute, guys. But it has a note on it. The Rewrite, cute. These are good. I really am. You've got mail was knocked down because of bit. This is making me happy. I'm posting it. Okay, baby girl. This is really good. This is a good list, actually. I'm very happy about it now that I'm going through it. I can't wait to see. The thing is, I can't wait to rewatch these to check for smoking. It's going to be disappointing if they're not, but they have the chemistry is there on these because I can't wait to rewatch some of these. And that's a good sign. Like I remember kind of like I like these. They have the chemistry. Bye. This is going up right now. Hey baby girl, hang in there. Everything's gonna be okay. It's gonna be a rough week. Oh. So I'm trying to give clues for the Nancy Guthrie people on that case. I know Trump is on top of it, but I want to add some things that he might not know about, and it's going to get a little bit ugly. Hang in there. Forgive me ahead of time, please. Please forgive me. It's not like I know not what I do. I know exactly what I do. All right, done. Hang in there. It's a good day for a great day. Everything's going to be okay. And living my best life for sure. Damn, I really am. Like it's like I love this. I love what the future is gonna look like with these rom-coms, and I love that I'm right. That these are really gonna stand out, and I love that I'm giving you some. I hope you've seen some of these, but I think you're going to like these. There's like 60 of them. Have you seen all of these? If not, I wish I wish you could tell me. Anyway, bye. It's a good day for a great day, all that stuff, and Godspeed to everybody coming out the other side in one piece. That's PEACE and PIECE. PIECE. Bye. Happy Valentine's Day.